Previously on ItsRJ's Alpha Sapphire Shiny Only Nuzlocke.
Let's go, boys! I just beat a fucking shiny only run of Alpha Sapphire using hardcore rule sets. Screw you, Steven, man! No one's surprised you're the champion, and no one's surprised that I beat your ass! So, just so you all know, this is a part 2 to my previous video. I recommend checking out the first one first. Obviously, first comes first, so click the top right in the description for that. But if you're sticking around, let's get into the rules. As you know, Vayne equals deaths, all shiny Pokemon, set mode is on, no over leveling, and no items in battle. So, picking up where we last ended off, Brendan was taking me home like the good boyfriend he is and decided just before we get home to corner me near some grass in a pond and challenge me to a battle. I don't know what he was thinking here, but I don't think it was anything good. So, we negotiate the terms of the battle. If I win, he lets me go, and if not, well, I don't know. This time, he does have a Mega Bracelet, but it's not enough to stop me. His Mega Blaziken is pretty damn cool, but it ain't a shiny one. So, we kick its ass and head back home to see Mum and Dad. In typical Norman fashion, my father neglects his wife and child who had plans together to go see the meteor shower. But like always, he says he had somewhere better to be, and in typical Pokemon mother fashion, she just accepts it. So it turns out, one of those meteorites is gonna give Hoenn, or Earth I guess, the old 1-2 combo. Calm yourself, man. Yes, sir. So I guess it's probably gonna be our job to stop it. The next morning, we head downstairs and Norman hands me the tickets to go see the shower, whilst my mother cries in the background. A suspicious character greets me as we leave the house, breaking the fourth wall, staring deep into my very soul. Nevertheless, this leads us to our next shiny. In typical Birch fashion, he's having way too much fun with his mushroom. His mushroom? I don't know.
Pretty good, Mario. You got another mushroom.
He had dropped his bag again though, which affords me the chance to steal yet another shiny Pokemon from him. This time we shiny hunt for the fire starter, and I actually get him the next day. Oh, what? Let's go! Shiny Cyndaquil, baby! Yes! I name him Bertolt, sticking with the naming theme from the last episode, and if you know what that is, leave a comment and tell me what it is. We hit up our boyfriend to go see the stars with us, and apparently that weird girl from earlier has stolen my boy's Mega Band. Dude, you just got it, and you lost it already. What the hell? Never trust kids with important stuff. That's what I've learned today. We try to catch up to her in Petalburg, but on arrival, we run into this hunk of meat accosting Wally, who had his Mega Keystone stolen as well. What the heck is going on? We take down Matt's measly Sharpedo and head towards the Devon Corp, where we find out Steven's dad is actually the Devon guy. I totally see it now. I don't know how I never put this puzzle piece together before, but I bet his dad isn't very present either. Maybe that's the requirement to become the champion of Hoenn. Absent fathers. Anyway, these two yabber on about the meteorite, so we are sent on a quest to get a meteorite shard from the place where we first met Steven. But this time, instead of seeing Steven, we find Zinnia, the psycho from the start. She challenges us to a battle, going literal 8 mode. What the frick was that? Leading with Tyrantrum, we lead with Historia, which manages to take it down with an icy win. Altaria goes down to a Frost Breath, and same with Salamence, hitting a quite effective Ice-type move, thus claiming our meteorite. We meet Steven at the Space Center to come up with a plan, and here's what we came up with. Alright, so here's the plan. First things first, create a rocket. Not too hard. Second thing, create literal warp hole teleportation technology. Then attach said teleportation technology to the rocket, send the rocket into freaking space, absorb the meteorite into the warp hole technology, and then boom, it's sorted. Why don't we just hit the meteorite with the rocket and it'll explode? Hey you. Shut up. What the hell, Zinnia? My imagination seems pretty dang imaginative, if I could be honest with you. But we are gonna need yet another meteorite, so off to Meteor Falls we go. In the falls, me and Steven harass an old lady and learn about a sky god named Rayquaza. And a little bit about the psycho monkey girl, but who really cares? We take the meteor from her and head back to Devon Corp. Upon arrival, we are jumped back to back by Aqua Admin, who had stolen the teleportation tech that we had created in under a day somehow. Come backwards! He makes his return! We swiftly defeat them, but they do get away with the technology. On our way back, I notice a little glimmering sparkle, so we go in to check it out. This leads us to a portal to another dimension where the Lake Guardians reside. But the Lake Guardians are kinda boring, but it does inspire me. Turns out, if you get 3 of a Pokemon to max EV gains, the Sword Trio will spawn. So, we grind away in the training center, shooting some goals, I don't know, Ronaldo or something, which maxes out 3 of our Pokemon stats. This leads me to the Pathless Plain, where we can find the portal to one of the 3 sword dogs. Our dog turns out to be Cambalion, which probably has the worst shiny out of the 3, but eventually after soft resetting at this portal for yonkers, I mean literally yonkers, this finally happens. Oh, shiny Cambalion! Yes! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Okay. Now we've got to catch the damn thing though. Okay, this is actually going to be hard. This is going to be very hard because I don't have any status moves and we don't have the Master Ball because I wasted it on Snow Run. Oh, come on, please! I've come too far for this. Yes! Oh my god! Thank god we were out of recovers. Oh my god, this is so good. Yes! With Rhino the Cambalion on side, we head back to the Space Center, and my boy Steven helps me deal with the Meat Mountain Matt, who now has a Mega Guard Sharpedo. Still a really shit Mega, you can't convince me otherwise. Our new Cambalion is pretty gosh dang diddly strong though, so we managed to take it out, adding yet another scar to Bruce's body. Once we defeat them, the Monka Lady runs on in and steals the Warp Dimensional Shifter from the Meat Mountain, and crushes it in the palm of her hand, dooming our world to perish. The end? What the actual fuck though? I'm like, seriously, genuinely, at least keep the damn thing as a backup. Even if you have another plan, like, if that plan fails, we still need a backup. And I mean, like, one example of a good plan is smashing like on the video if you're enjoying it and subscribing so you know when a new video comes out and you don't miss it. Seems like a good plan to me. Anyway, she's off to the Aqua Base, so now we play a little bit of tag and try catch up to her. Hey, what do you think you're doing to my fellow exposed chest boy? Stop that right now! The two of them ramble on about something and she basically says, I'm out, and waddles over to Sky Pillar. We continue our game of tag pursuing her, but Wallace denies me entry to the Sky Tower. The final gym leader from the last video is blocking my path, and just like last time, our blazed out weed plant sweeps his whole team. What a poser. Get it? Because he poses? Okay. Finally, here comes Zinnia, and before we can finally tag her, she decides to tell us a story about the ancient Sky Dragon, Mega Evolution, and alternate realities. But who really cares about that? We're here to tag your ass, and I guess stop the end of the world by fighting the Sky God and something, I don't know. So that's just what we do. We summon Rayquaza down and begin our battle with it. Sadly, Rayquaza is shiny locked in this game, meaning we cannot soft reset for it. Really disappointing because, oh my god, shiny Mega Rayquaza would be so damn cool. So I take it out on the first go around, but apparently you are forced to catch it in this game, which sucks because it kind of breaks my rule sets of only shiny Pokemon, but it's unavoidable, so we just have to deal with it. On top of that, we have to add it to the team, and I didn't really want to replace anyone, but for now, we still away Cambalion. So, you remember the meteorite that's hurling towards us? Yeah, I do, but Zinnia apparently thinks it's more important to have a battle with me instead of, I don't know, saving the entire world. Okay, this fight is actually pretty hard because we are forced to lead with our non-shiny. I have to swap into a Azumarill to take any hit it was going to use. Goodra though does use Ice Beam on the first turn, which doesn't deal much damage to us, and for some reason it has Thunderbolt, but it doesn't use it until way too late in the fight, letting us take it out with some play rolls. Tyrantrum in next is nearly finished off by Azumarill, so I swap into Sceptile, who takes an absurd amount of damage from Stone Edge. I really didn't expect that. We eventually take it out with a Lee Storm and swap into Typhlosion as Altaria comes in. I predict the Flamethrower and land an Inferno, which guarantees a burn and cuts its attack in half. Predicting the Dragon Pulse though, I swap to Frostlass to set up Hail and finish it off with an Ominous Wind. Sadly, it doesn't deal enough damage, dropping us to red, but we do tick it down with Hail and a burn. I elect to stay in, assuming the quad effectiveness will knock Noivern out, and we one-shot it with a Frost Breath. In Hail, Frostlass has increased evasion, so I was praying I'd be pretty safe. I felt I'd be sacrificing any other mon on Salamence if I straight swapped it in, so I pray for evasion and go for Frost Breath. But it freaking dodges it and takes me out with a crunch. Boy, I'm about to freak out. Rip Historia. Levi, it's time to Mega and save us from another crisis. We get the bulk up off and recover our health back up. Then we go for a high jump kick, one-shotting it with a critical. Let's go! To space. Yep. Hopping on the back of Rayquaza, we now fly off into space, Mega Evolving and burst through the meteor. Pretty dang cool, but some secret lay within it. Ding, dong, 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 ding, 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 dong, triangle. Ooh, space Pokemon, cool, alright. Space Pokemon do be level 80 though, which is pretty damn scary. Obviously, we can't use Mega Rayquaza, which it forces us to lead with, so I swapped to Sceptile and used Leaf Storm. Fortunately, it goes for a Hyper Beam, which doesn't take us out and lets us get off another Leaf Storm, winning the fight. And, coincidentally, saving the world. Let's go! Damn, I'm too good. But it isn't over, not by a long shot. We've got to defend our champion title, so back to the lead we go! Obviously, we did lose our beloved Historias, so I thought, why not Shiny Hunt for a final 6 month? Any of the Pokemon we get here in Sky Tower would be pretty damn cool, so that's what I'm going to do. So I slide in, park my gamer chair at my desk, and got to grinding. Oh my god, yes! Okay, yes, okay. Finally, I can go and fucking finish this game now. Oh my god. I'm so done. I'm so done. I don't ever want to fucking do another Shiny Hunt again. This is ridiculous. With Garby the Sableye now inside, we had to do some last minute leveling, getting everyone to the range of 70 to 78. I couldn't be bothered grinding anymore, so here we go. So everyone has a far better team this time around. With no double up Pokemon, full teams of 6, everyone using Megas, and an all-around more versatile and smarter team. This was going to be a bit of a challenge, especially for our team. Let's see if we can make it through. Off to Sydney we go. Well, not the city Sydney, but the Sydney. This Sydney, yeah, this guy, the exposed chest Sydney, the dark type guy. With his dark type Pokemon, our strategy from the last time would work again. This time we had Cobalion as well, though setting up a sword stance and going for Sacred Sword, we knock out the scary Scrafty and in comes Absol, or so I thought. He now has a Zoroark on side, which is really damn cool, but sadly it doesn't matter as Sacred Sword just one-shots it anyway. Mandibuzz is decently scary to fighting types, but since Cobalion is also a steel type, we lower it down and it heals back up, and we swap into Typhlosion. We do take it out with a couple of flamethrowers, however. Shiftry in next, I'm scared. Even though we're super effective, if it goes for a fake out, it probably takes us out. So I swap into Rhino, who has the ability justified, raising its attack on dark hits. Now, Shiftry seeking a kill with a Psychic will let us get an easy switch to Medicham, Mega Evolving him, and knocking out the Shiftry and Sharpedo, leaving just the real Absol, who he then Mega Evolves. This was useless, however, as one Brick Break is all it takes to knock it out. Phoebe is up next, leading with Bennett. I contemplate whether or not to Mega Evolve Sableye, but ultimately it's not worth it yet. You'll have to wait to see Shiny Mega Sableye later. Bennett nearly does one-shot me though, as we take it down with a foul play. Very weak now, we're forced to swap into Cobalion now, as we Sword Stance and take down Miss Magius with an Iron Head. Chandelure in now is super effective against my Armored Titan, so we send in the Colossal Armand to take the hit. Azumarill takes it down with a Surf while it keeps spamming Flamethrower. I'm guessing it was trying to get off a burn, but luckily that never happened and we take it down. Dusknoir comes in next and uses Thunder Punch, which I was not expecting, but we are so damn bulky, we just take the hit, and for some reason it goes for a Fire Punch next turn instead, obviously not dealing too much damage, letting us take it out. And the same goes for Drifloon, leaving just Mega Sableye, who gets knocked out with 2 Play Roughs. Azumarill with the carry, let's go! Glacier is super easy. So before we even make it to her, she tries to take me out on the ice again, but no such luck for her. No. In first is a Abomasnow, who is easily knocked out with Flamethrower, and in comes Walrein to try counter me with a Water type move. Thankfully, I switch to Cobalion, which makes her attempt at a smart play pointless, as Cobalion takes it out. We swap back to Typhlosion now to deal with the rest of them, and in an absolute show of glory and strength, down goes Beartick, Frostlass, Vanillux, and Glalie, all one-shot by our new starter. This takes us to the Dragon fight, but I had a solid strategy for this one. Same as last time, Azumarill will be invaluable. First thing, Altaria is knocked out by Play Rough, but now he had a little bit more coverage, adding the Poison type, Dragalg, to his lineup, meaning we do have to make an early swap to Cobalion, who takes it out after Sword Stancing and Iron Heading it. As Haxorus comes in, I attempt to deal some chip damage on him, but we actually just one-shot it. Flygon is obviously very scary for Cobalion, so we make the swap back to Azumarill, who takes it out with a little stall shenanigans with a Surf. Scary Kingdra isn't so scary this time, as we one-shot it with a Play Rough, and finally in comes Mega Salamence. What was very not optimal was Kingdra did yawn us just before we knocked it out, meaning we're asleep now, and way too low health to stay in fighting against him. So I swap into Sableye and Mega Evolve it. I gotta see that shiny massive emerald. Hey, is this Pokemon Emerald or is this freaking Alpha Sapphire? I don't know, but that's a freaking sick emerald. We land a Confuse Ray and stall out, dealing some damage before switching into Typhlosion to finish it off. As I walk back to my throne room, I'm greeted by the former champion. Why are you in here, Steven? This is my room, get out!
Get the fuck out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft!
Nonetheless, finally the end of our Alpha Sapphire shiny only run is coming to a head. Leading with Eruption against Skarmory, we are guaranteed a one-shot unless it has Sturdy. Yep. This lets him get off a Toxic, which is really not great, and heals back up. Luckily for me, the next Flamethrower we go for lands a burn after it survives on Sturdy yet again, which lets me knock it out. Aggron is in next, and us being 2 turns into Toxic, it's fairly risky to stay in, so I make the swap to Cobalion to resist the Stone Edge, letting it take away half of my health with an Earthquake. We do take it down the next turn, but in comes Claydol. Obviously, we should make the swap here as well, and we do, sending in the OG starter. It's time to smoke that blunt, boy! Let's get stoned as fuck! Oh, Mega Blunt Weed Plant! Let's go! Mega Drain would have done enough damage to 2-shot it here, but it sets up a light screen, meaning the fight is stalled out just that little bit longer. But we do land a critical hit. Look at Sceptile! Oh my god, he's grown up. They grow up so fast. Aerodactyl in now has Fire Fang, but since we are a Dragon type now, we resist it, but it does have Ice Fang as well, which we do not resist. Fortunately, we do dodge the Ice Fang, and we can swap into Sableye. Of course, it freezes me in on the sub, so after stalling it for a bit, I swap back to Cobalion, and he dodges his attack. Oh! Unfortunately, as we go for the attack, he lands a Fire Fang, burning us, meaning we just don't do enough damage to take it out. 3 status affliction in this fight. My god, how annoying. Swapping back to Sceptile, we finish the job and in comes Carbing. Not thinking and only seeing a rock, I forgot it was a fairy type. Luckily, so luckily, Moonblast doesn't take us out and we manage to take it out next turn. This means we make it to Metagross. So I go for some chip damage before the swap, thinking I would be able to handle whatever it throws at us. Dragon Claw does how much? Not a lot, probably. Yeah, not very effective. Giga Impact! Oh! Aaron, no! Typhlosion, our new starter, it's time to avenge it! Rest in peace, Sceptile. And so, that's just how we conquered the post-game of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire in a hardcore Nuzlocke using only shiny Pokemon. I hope you guys really enjoyed seeing the post-game of Alpha Sapphire, as it's something you don't normally get to see in many Nuzlockes, and I really enjoyed playing it. And if you did by chance, hit like, smash sub, and click this video. It's very good. See you later. Bertolt! Oh!